Welcome to Homespun Humor with the Austins. Hi, I'm TD, and today I'm going to tell you about some of my childhood memories. Like most children, I have many a fond memory of growing up. But one that comes to mind is what I often refer to simply as a rat in the house. When I was growing up, we lived in an old house that sat between two small creeks. My brothers and I had many an adventure catching crawfish, finding snakes, shooting our BB guns at rats that lived in or near the creek. Being an old house, sometimes one of those rats would get into the house. This was, of course, always a bad thing, but much worse if it was one of the gopher rats. Now, these rats would be about 2 feet long from nose to tail, and they could weigh a pound or more. One night, after we'd gone to bed, one of those gopher rats got into the attic of our house. As it was running around, it sounded like a chihuahua racing across the ceiling. Now, in these old houses, they used to have a small metal plate that covered the hole where an old stovepipe would have gone through the ceiling. As this gopher rat was running through the attic, it stepped on one of those plates and fell through the hole into the living room. When it hit the floor, it sounded like someone had dropped a 5-pound bag of sugar. Of course, this woke up my mom. Now, she snatched up the baseball bat that she kept by her side of the bed and hollered at my dad, also named TD, to get up. "TD, we got a rat in the house!" Now, for some reason, Pop, although still groggy, grabbed up a shovel that he kept near his side of the bed, I guess just for such occasions. When Mom was swinging the bat and Pop was banging the shovel, all I can say for certain is that we lost 3 lamps and brutally injured the coffee table in the ensuing melee. And in the midst of the battle, well, I ran over and opened the front door. Eyeing that open door, you could almost see the rat smile because he made a break for it, racing across the room like a small dog to get outside to his freedom. Yes, you could certainly say life in our house was always an adventure. Another adventure that I often think of, a memory that sort of stands out, is one that I sometimes simply refer to as cheeks and heels. When my brother Harry was about 2 years old, I would have been about maybe 5, we'd loved to watch shows on the old black and white TV. We had been enjoying a movie about convicts breaking out of prison when my mom decided to clean the front of the house. So she ushered us two into the bedroom. And so that we would stay put in the bedroom and not try to venture outside, she took all of our clothes off. She then dragged the coffee table over and barricaded the door. So there we sat, imprisoned in our bedroom. Since it was summer, the windows were open, and it wasn't too long before I realized that we could make an escape. I kicked out the screen, and Harry and I climbed through the window and stood on the front porch. So there we were, 2 little naked boys waving at the passing cars. Mama soon realized it's a little too quiet in this house, so she came up to check in on us. When she did, she didn't see us. So she stuck her head in the room and saw us through the window, standing on the porch. 2 naked little boys, just yelling and laughing and playing. "TD, Harry, get yourselves back in this house right now," she screamed. As Mama left to wonder, and I knew where she was going, to get the switch, which she always had at the ready, I was the smart one. I dove back through the window. Harry, though, he made a run for it. Mama took off after him. With her closing in fast behind him, what would the neighbors have seen? Why, a woman brandishing a switch about 3 feet long, chasing a little boy that was naked. What did I see? Well, I just saw Harry running up the street, and all I could spot was cheeks and heels. Thank you for listening. Join me next time for more homespun humor with the Austins.